Dear students, welcome to Digital Learning. We are studying the subject auditing of 6th semester BBA of Mangalore University, and we are now in third unit, that is Vouching. And in Vouching, we have already discussed about the meaning and definition of vouching, features of vouching, objectives of vouching, and also importance of vouching. Today, let us discuss about vouching of cash transactions. See, when we talk about vouching of cash transactions, we should know that we are vouching cash book. Cash book is one of the subsidiary books. See, we know that all the cash transactions are recorded in cash book. Each and every cash transactions, whether cash goes out or cash comes in, should be recorded in cash book. Cash book is the book of prime importance. Cash book is prime important books of account. Because it consists of cash receipts and cash payments. As the cash is more important and sensitive item, cash is in the ready liquid form. The people who want to misappropriate, commit fraud, find it easy to misappropriate and practice fraudulent practices through the cash. So cash is important and also sensitive item among the different assets. So auditors should be very careful while carrying on the vouching of cash transactions. Vouching of cash transactions is getting more importance because of this. So what I said is auditors should be very much careful while carrying on the vouching in respect of cash transactions, because cash is in the liquid form and it can be misappropriated very easily. See, in cash book, we record the receipts of sales, receipts from sales, receipt from debtors, receipt from various types of the income. And also we record in cash book the cash paid to the creditors, cash paid for cash purchases, cash paid for the towards the investment, cash paid for meeting the expenses. All these payments are recorded in the cash book. Mostly, as I told, errors and frauds are committed in the cash book because it is the easy way of committing the fraud. So there is a possibility of misappropriation of cash by using the transactions relating to the cash which is recorded in the cash book. So that is why auditors should be very cautious when he is watching the cash transactions. Auditors should ensure that no transactions are unrecorded. So he should make it sure that no transactions are left out or omitted to be recorded. Auditors should also ensure that no fictitious payments are made. Whatever payments are made should be real. He should ensure the reality, the actual existence of the transactions for which payment is made. So before starting the vouching of cash book, the auditor should make sure that internal system exists and he should check the internal system. He should examine the internal system very much carefully. The internal check system, we have already studied the internal check system regarding the payment. What are the different check system or different procedure which should be followed in internal check system regarding the cash receipts and cash payments. So it should be in existence in a company. When he is checking the internal check system in a company, the auditor finds that the internal check system is doubtful and or suspicious, then auditor should follow 100% vouching. He should not leave a single voucher without being vouched. He should not leave a single voucher or single bill or invoice, any document in the company relating to this cash should come under his vouching system. Auditors should check whether the rough cash book has been maintained. Rough cash book is also important record in the record which should be checked by the auditor. So he should check the process of receiving cash and making the payment. What is the process of receiving the cash? How the cash is received? How the payment is made? What are the different steps which is followed? What are the documents which are maintained for this? It should be checked. I mean to say the process of receiving cash and making the payment. He should also check the process of banking and withdrawal from the bank. What is the process of banking the transactions? Means depositing the cash into bank and withdrawal from the bank. He should also check the authority approving the payment. He should know who is the authority making the payment, who is the authority approving the payment, and is it each and every payment, is it approved or not. He should know, he should check the authority approving the payment and also signing the checks, because it is very important part in the cash transaction. And some other important 3 points he should note while auditing, while watching the cash transactions is auditor should confirm that all unused books of account and books of receipts and other vouchers are kept in the safe custody of a responsible officer. See, the misappropriation can be done by using the books of account, unused books of account. It can be done by misusing the books of receipts and other vouchers which are unused. If there is any voucher which is unused, if there is any receipt which is unused, it should be kept under the safe custody of a responsible officer. There are specific rules. There are specific rules regarding allowing cash discount and trade discount. So, we should confirm that there are specific rules regarding allowing cash discount and trade discount. Means, what is the difference between these two discounts? We have already studied in the accountancy. To know it very simply, what we can say is, when you sell the goods on cash, immediately in the bill itself, they will reduce the price and give the discount. That is what we say as the. And another one is, you have already received the credit bill and the bill is ready, but in the bill there is no discount, but while you make the payment you receive the discount. That is what we say as cash discount. And this system of allowing the discount should be very much clear. There should be rules for allowing the discount. Next one is, spoiled and torn vouchers are not destroyed. You should confirm that any voucher which is spoiled, any vouchers which is torn, should not be destroyed. It should not be destroyed. It should not be kept. It should be kept in the book and it should be attached with the marking as cancelled. ಅದರಲ್ಲೇ ಒಂದು ಗೆರೆ ಹಾಕಿ cancelled ಅಂತ ಬರೀಬೇಕು. ಅದನ್ನು destroy ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು. Now, what are the objectives of watching cash transactions? From one of the famous author of auditing, that is, in the words of F.R.M.D. Paula, there are two main objects of a system of cash control. So, watching of cash transactions should have also this objective, these two objectives. The first objective, the first is to ensure that all the receipts from the business, all the receipt of the business from all the sources are accounted for. Means all receipt of the business from all sources are accounted for. And therefore, every precaution should be taken by means of internal check. To make it as difficult as possible for the receipt to be misappropriated. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೋಚಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಒಂದು ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕಾದದ್ದು ಎಲ್ಲ ರಿಸೀಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈಚ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ರಿಸೀಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟೆಡ್ ಫಾರ್. ಅಂಡ್ ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಅನ್ನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಅದು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಇರ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ದ ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್, ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ಚೆಕ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ should be present in such a way that it will be very difficult to misappropriate the receipt. Receipt ಅನ್ನು misappropriate ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಕಷ್ಟ, ಅದ ಸಾಧ್ಯವೇ ಆಗದಷ್ಟು ಕಷ್ಟವಾಗಿರಬೇಕು. ಆ ರೀತಿ ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. Next one is the second objective, yet according to him, is the second is to ensure that every payment has been properly authorized and is a bona fide business expense. Means each and every payment, while it is made, it should have a authority. It should be authorized one. It should have authority who authorizes. And it should be a properly authorized payment. And it is a bona fide expense also. That action is properly recorded in the books of account. And that payment should also be recorded in the books of account. And that payee has actually received the amount. The one who is receiving the payment is called payee. The payee has actually received the amount. It should also be made sure. It is what I said is the words of D. Paula. Now let us discuss some of the objectives of watching cash transactions. So we have already studied here the meaning, what is watching cash transactions, isn't it? So on the basis of these points which I have already discussed here, we can very easily understand the watching, objectives of watching. Objectives of watching ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳುವಾಗ okay. One minute. See, these are the objectives of watching of cash transactions. We have understood the meaning, the cash transactions, what is the importance of the cash, why the cash transactions are important, and with this background we should be in a position to understand these 5 points, 5 objectives of watching of cash transactions. First objective is that to ensure that all receipts are duly accounted for. This is one of the important objective of watching cash transaction. To ensure that all the receipts are duly accounted for. ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ರಿಸೀಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಏನಾಗಿದೆ, ಅಕೌಂಟೆಡ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಎಲ್ಲವನ್ನ ಬರೆದಿಡಲಾಗಿದೆ, ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಬುಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಎಂಬುದನ್ನ ಎನ್ಶ್ಯೂರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Second one is to ensure that no fraudulent payments are made. So he should make sure that all the payments made are genuine, bona fide. They are not fraudulent payments. It has reached the right person. It is not a fictitious, or it is not a payment which is made with the fraudulent purposes. Fraud may be in different ways, isn't it? It should be checked. And third objective is to see that all receipts and payments are actually and properly recorded. So this is all receipts, all payments are actually recorded and properly recorded. So the actual amount should be recorded and it should be properly recorded. All the rules, regulations of accounting should be followed while recording the cash receipts and cash payments. And fourth objective is to see that all payments made to the proper person and payments are true payments. So when we make the payment, you should make sure that it has reached the right person. You have paid the item, the payment, you have paid the cash to the right person. It should not reach a wrong person. It should reach the proper person, and it should also be true payment. What some people do is they, for example, the cash salary may be fixed at 25,000. They pay 20,000 only. According to the record, sometimes if there is a minimum wage system in a country, sometimes the companies, the establishments, institutions, they will, in the record, they will show big amount, the minimum wage, but real payment is different. It's all happening. It should also be confirmed. To see that cash and bank balance shown in the cash book are correct and real exist. So here the cash opening balance, cash closing balance, bank opening balance, bank closing balance, which is a part of the cash book. It should be shown in the cash book, but it should be shown correctly. Whatever is the cash balance, it should be correct and it should really exist. Cash ಒಂದು ಲಕ್ಷ ಅಂತ ಇದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು 10,000 20,000 ಇದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಇರ್ಬೇಕು ಆ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್. ಅದು ಬೇರೆ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಮಿಸ್ಅಪ್ರಾಪ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು. ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಹಾಗೆ. You show in the cash book bank column the balance. In the bank passbook also the same amount should exist. So these are the different objectives of watching cash transactions. Now, I have some questions here. Cash book consists of cash sales, means record of cash sales, cash purchases, payment of cash, all of the above. Second question, all unused books of account and books of receipts and other vouchers are kept in safe custody of a responsible officer, cashier, petty cashier, none of the above. Spoiled and torn vouchers should be destroyed, should not be destroyed, but marked as cancelled, may or may not be marked as cancelled, none of the above. Which of the following are the objectives of cash transactions? Watching of cash transactions. To see that all the payments are made to the right proper person, to see that payments are true payments, to see that no fraudulent payments are made, all of the above. Fifth one, auditor should check the process of receiving cash payment and making payments. The process of banking and withdrawal from the bank. The authority of approving payment and signing the checks, all of the above. Choose the correct answer. Thank you for listening to the class. See you again.